Are you ready to get some great decorating deals for the garden? In this video, I'll be taking you with me to 3 thrift stores and I'll share some of my proven methods that have always worked when thrifting. I'll show you what I bought, how I transformed it, and how I'll style it in my own yard. And I'll also be sharing about how one of my transformations absolutely backfired. One of the most frequent comments that I get is how lucky I am to have thrift stores that have such low prices. The truth is, I've trained myself to look for that needle in the haystack item that fell through the cracks and somehow got priced low. I also focus on items that are low priced because nobody else wants them, like this huge out-of-season Christmas vase that's only $6. You can easily change something like this to look like one of my easy DIY Pottery Barn lookalikes. Another tip is to look for interior items that can be used outside. Check out these outdated interior tables, probably from the 1990s. These would make ideal outdoor tables because they're metal and wood. They can be changed to any color you want. These are a steal at $14.99 each because they are so solid. This piece is actually a bench that's missing its cushion, which is probably why it's priced at only $10. I see this as a perfect opportunity because it's a small scale bench that will fit almost anywhere and it's meant for interiors, so I'm going to take precautions to make sure the finishes are sealed. This indoor wall hanging has outdoor potential, and I'm a little tempted because I like the texture combinations. Another rule of thrifting is to always put your items in the cart while you're still deciding, because trust me, if you don't, somebody's gonna come along and snap it up when you're not looking. At this thrift store, I got the $10 bench and this 99-cent Jello mold. This is the piece that really backfired on me in an unexpected way, and I'm gonna need your input on this if you don't mind. For now, on to the next store. This thrift store had some really nice stuff, but I've learned to be super selective and only get the items that will really make a difference in outdoor living. I chose 3 great quality plates that were a part of a green tag sale. I'm going to show you later what I'll be using these for, and they're going to make summer so much more enjoyable. With the discount, these were only 80 cents each. I was really impressed with the final thrift store because all proceeds go for helping women who need a new start. So I was going to be open to paying more than I normally would. Even so, they had a corner where everything was marked down to $1. So I made it a point to pick out something that I knew I could repurpose for the garden. For $1, I love this big bowl. This is another valuable tip for thrifting. If you see a great deal on anything, think of a new way to repurpose it. Keep watching because I'm going to show you how I use this plastic bowl, and I think it's going to get your wheels spinning on how you can do something similar. This color combination of artificial flowers really caught my eye, and I knew this would be a great addition to my outdoor decor. And just wait, because I have a really great tip for you on what to do with artificial flowers when you're using them outside. These were $6 and cost a little more than I would normally pay for them, but I don't mind because it was for a really great cause. This first transformation was a very simple one, and I have a great tip for you that most people don't realize. Some sealers have UV protection built in. This will help stop items like these flowers from fading in the sun. I have an outdoor serving cart, and when it's not in use to serve food and drinks, I use it as an ever-changing area where I showcase the things that I love. And I use it in all 4 seasons. And that's exactly where these flowers are going. These will now give me that perfect pop of color that my yard will need until the real flowers begin to bloom. I've been looking for dual-purpose extra seating on my deck for a long time, and this bench will be the perfect display area until it's needed as a bench. It's lightweight, so can easily be moved around. This is where I plan to use it, but it's still cold out where I live, so keep watching my videos because I have a whole transformation plan for this one, and you're not even going to recognize it when I'm done with it. As for this big bright plastic bowl, I drilled a hole in the bottom for water drainage and then added soil. I was so excited to transplant some of my hardy hen and chick plants into it. To make this display even more special, I turned it into a portable rock garden. Not only do the rocks add a lot of visual interest, but they also give the bowl more weight to keep it grounded in the wind. Remember those plates that I got for 80 cents each with a discount? Here they are, repurposed as an outdoor serving tray. One thing that I've always noticed about outdoor entertaining is that most of us don't have the table or counter space like we have inside. By using 3 same-sized, easy-to-find plates, I now have enough room to serve 15 different kinds of food all in one small area. I found this hardware with an outdoor embellishment from Amazon. It's worth paying a few extra dollars to get better quality. Even so, this hardware was still only around $8, and I'll put the link in the description in case you want to check it out. Getting back to that item that backfired, my plans for this metal Jello mold were that I was going to use it as a form to mold concrete, and then I would use the molded concrete for a candle or a planter. I had this lined with plastic, and I utilized all the other hacks that I saw online to get the concrete to release. But I guess I had the concrete packed in there too tightly because it got stuck permanently. I thought I might just toss this out, but then I thought I'd give this idea a shot. I planted one of my indoor cactuses in it, and when the weather warms up, I'll place it in this area with my prickly pear cactuses right outside my kitchen door. I'm not giving up on molding concrete, so if you have any ideas on how to make sure that concrete releases more easily next time, please let me know in the comments. Also, what do you think of my cactus planter? Do you think it was worth saving? I hope you'll join me on my next video because I have a unique experience to share with you. I was at a 10-cent sale at a church. I haven't heard of a 10-cent sale since the 1980s. I can't wait to share what I got and how I repurposed it for outdoor living. Thank you for watching and have a blessed day.